Doesn't that look good? Oh yeah, it is. That's what we're making today. Italian Stromboli. What's Italian Stromboli? It's kind of a pizza sub sandwich. Got all the fun of a sandwich and all the goodness of pizza. Simple to make. Let's get our stuff out and do it right now. There's not too many ingredients we're going to use. First off, some meat. That is thin sliced salami, thin sliced pepperoni, and thin sliced ham. Now I suppose if you really wanted to, just use regular thick stuff. That'll work just fine. Off to our dough that we're going to put it in. We got a tube of pizza crust and our cheese. I went to the fridge. We didn't have mozzarella, so I've got Havarti slices. It'll work. For the topping, we need some butter, a couple tablespoons, some minced garlic, and Parmesan. I just use the stuff out of the fridge and a little bit of parsley just to give it some nice color and taste. Step 1. Let's get the pizza dough out of the tube. Then we got to roll it out. This does get a little messy after a while. You want to kind of spread it out to about the pan size without putting holes in it, of course. So it looks something like that. It is going to puff up a bit, and that's to be expected. So that looks good. Now we're going to put our meat on. This is the easy part. We'll put the ham on first, one big slice from end to end. Pepperonis next. And like I said, if you want to use thicker slices, I'm sure it's not going to change much. Now I like where this is going. And last we're going to put our salami on. I wasn't exactly sure how many layers to use, but I found overlapping them kind of filled out the dough. So that's what we went with. Got a nice size sandwich when you're done. And lastly, our Havarti cheese slices. And I still had meat left over, so you know what? Let's throw an extra layer on top, just 'cause. So we put up the ham, salami, and pepperoni, and our cheese slices. And there you go. There's the beginnings of our sandwich. Now we got to fold it all together. This is where the parchment paper started bugging me. Now the idea is you don't want holes, and you want to wrap it so that seam on the bottom, we're going to have to flip this over somehow, but let me seal it up first. You can see how the pizza dough was kind of sticking to the parchment paper. A smart person would have just taken another piece of parchment paper and flipped it onto that, but did I? No. There, I had to patch that little hole that was there, but it's going to be on the bottom, so it shouldn't leak out anyway. Now I've just got to somehow pry up the Stromboli from the parchment paper, which is not as easy as it looks. Maybe it doesn't really look easy, I'm not sure. With a little bit of work, we finally get it to flip over. You want the seam side down, and of course the ends. Once we get it kind of into the middle of the pan, you have to take the ends and fold them, pinch them and fold them under. So it's like that. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Looks good. Okay, I still got to mess around because the thing's a little too big. So it turns out the only way I'm going to fit it in this pan is I got to kind of put it on an angle. With a little bit of struggle, no problem. Let's go on to our topping. 2 tablespoons of butter, a good 2 cloves of minced garlic, a half a teaspoon of parsley, and of course you can fix these to whatever you want. 30 seconds in the microwave, nuke it up, give it a little mix, and we got to put our parm in. So this is just the stuff out of the fridge, nothing fancy. I probably got about a good tablespoon and a half of cheese. Now I should have actually put more butter in. I didn't. Our garlic butter cheesy topping is really thick, so watch this. Yeah, I should have put more butter on, so I went and melted some. Grabbed the pastry brush and covered the sides. So now it's all full of nice buttery, garlicky stuff. Okay, now this has got to go in the oven as per the directions on the tube, which doesn't really help you if you don't have a tube. 375, about 20 minutes. Just keep an eye on it, because once it turns brown like that, you know it's done, because all you're doing is melting the cheese and the meat's already cooked. That looks really good, and it smells fantastic. So we're going to take a knife, get a little serrated knife, and we're going to cut off the end, because I am getting hungry now. Let's take it out. Oh, that looks so good. It held together wonderfully. And of course, the Stromboli's pretty hot. I didn't really give it a whole lot of time to cool. There it is on the plate. But while we're at it, I'll cut another one just to show you. You make them thick enough. They're a good size. They hold together well. And there you have it. Italian Stromboli. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.